You're listening to the Whip Appeal Show hosted by Mistress Candy 69 from the BDSM Alive Radio Network. Hello in Radio Land. Today is October 16th, 2022, and you are listening live to the Whip Appeal Show by Mistress Candy hosted by the BDSM Alive Radio Network. I didn't do my show on Friday because I was out east with a friend. We went all the way out to the Indian reservation, getting some awesome stuff to bring with us to EXXXOTICA this coming weekend. So Mistress will be doing her show live from EXXXOTICA this coming Friday. So I'm going to be walking around the convention center with my cell phone. I'm going to be having a lot of friends with me, some vanilla, some who are non-vanilla. And we are going to be walking and gracing the EDISON Convention Center, the halls of EXXXOTICA. If you see me walking around the convention center and you'd like to be interviewed while I'm doing the show, come on and come bother me. So, Mistress and the BDSM Alive Radio Network, some of the other co-hosts on the network will be at EXXXOTICA also, including Mistress Black Velvet. Rita Daniels will not be there this year due to she just had a neck surgery, a spinal fusion, just like I had a couple of months ago. But hers is more multi-level, so she will not be at EXXXOTICA this year. But she is on our network, and I'll be repping her also while we're there and telling people about her new show that's coming out on our network, my network. So I'm pretty damn excited about that. And what an interesting coincidence is that Rita Daniels has a show called In the Cougar Zone. Kind of an interesting story. Mistress, actually is a cougar herself. And what I mean by that is I may have mentioned it on several other shows. But in this instance, Mistress is 47 and I have myself a 26, almost 27-year-old boyfriend that I've been dating for the past month now, actually. Yesterday we had celebrated a month anniversary, which is kind of cool. I mean, look, I don't normally do that, but it is a big deal, especially when it's a new relationship and you kind of want to, see where it goes. But kind of interesting enough, Mistress for the past 2 weeks in a row have been wearing a dress on Saturday when I do see my boyfriend, which is kind of interesting. In the past few weeks before that, I was wearing pants, but this time I decided, well, you know what, let me wear a dress here and there. Why not, After all, I am a lady, so, or some may say. So, EXXXOTICA is going to be the biggest event of the season this year. I heard that all the booths are sold out. Last year when I had attended, there were some empty spaces because, with the pandemic and whatnot. But now EXXXOTICA is back in full swing and there is no booths left. So if you're looking to buy a booth for EXXXOTICA, chances are you're not going to be able to get one. But that shouldn't stop you from going to the event anyway. So basically, kind of cool, And basically, what shall I say? Right now, Mistress is answering emails from submissives. So let's see. I was reading. I've been getting a lot of emails about different types of fetishes this past week. A couple of subs even sent me like $10 Amazon gift cards, which is cool. Hey, the $10 Amazon gift cards add up. So to me, it's, kind of cool for that. But a lot of emails I've been getting about, guys who are just starting to wear panties and they consider themselves bi-curious. Kind of an interesting subject. I don't try to delve in this as much as anymore because to me it's kind of nauseating. I had lived with a cross-dresser for 8 years, and before that I had a another cross-dresser who I lived with, and I don't know why, but every single cross-dresser I've ever been with, they all seem to exhibit mental dysfunction, okay? And I'm not being mean. I've actually spoke to other dominants about this, and it's not just me who feels this way. So I guess it's safe to say that if you're a cross-dresser or a guy that's delving into wearing panties for the first time, and you've always been heterosexual your entire life, and you decide that one day you're going to slip on the, it's almost like Harry Potter and his Invisicloak, okay? A guy who's straight starts wearing panties, and what do you think happens? He turns into a cocksucking faggot in no time, okay? And what I mean by that is the panties to them is like Harry Potter and the Invisicloak, meaning it makes them invisible and invincible, okay? When a straight guy who starts wearing panties and puts on the Invisicloak panties, to give an example, he automatically decides that he's going to become feminine and wants to suck a cock. Pretty interesting. I kind of really don't delve in this any longer because honestly I find sissies and cross-dressers to be highly nauseating nowadays. One, they're all needy. Two, they think that they're entitled to something. And three, I believe every single sissy and cross-dresser out there is more of a fetishist. They're in the lifestyle for their own gains and not for anybody else's. They all say, oh, mistress, I will be this to you. I will be... No. Listen to me. If you can't do it right the first fucking time, why on God's green earth would Mistress grant you another time to try to do it correctly? I have this new rule in place. If you approach Mistress and you want something and you come off as needing it for yourself, that's a good fucking way for me to not engage with you, period. Okay? It's funny, I got this other email during the week from another submissive who, of course, is a man that started wearing panties and apparently had a girlfriend who was forcing to feminize him and kind of mind-fucking him into thinking that he should be a cocksucker. Okay, well, maybe for her she wanted that. But, a lot of these women, I don't know, I think a lot of doms and other women in particular will try to make men into cocksucking sluts and thinks it benefits them. It really doesn't benefit you at all. Because that sissy or crossdresser is usually going to be the one topping from the bottom, and then he'll be telling his mistress what to do, and then he turns into a complete, utter, manipulating douchebag motherfucker, and goes and talks evil shit about you to other people, but when in fact he's really the source of all the problem. So I kind of made a pact with myself that I wouldn't do any more pro-dom sessions with sissies, cross-dressers, and the like. To me, I've had enough of them. I guess it's safe to say I've had my fill with sissies and cross-dressers. Now, mind you, if you call me on my phone sex site, I'd be willing to do a phone domination phone call because it's not like I have to see your ugly ass in person. So to me, it would be easier for me to dominate you if you were looking to be sissified via phone call, okay? So, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Sissified, turn into a cocksucking bitch. Maybe deep down inside you were really, whatever. And now this is just kind of like what you think your life is intended to be. Lately online, when I have been working my Talk to Me and Night Flirt, I've been getting a lot of wrestling, boxing, fetish fantasy calls. Other ones where they want me to become their workout partner. And little do they really know that I'm a personal trainer in real life. So it's when they come to me with their exercise itinerary for phone sex call, I'm laughing because I'm like, yeah, that's not happening. And when they tell me their build and their size, I'm like, yeah, no, you need some serious fucking mistress boot camp to get that fat ass of yours in shape before you can even attempt to do something of that nature. Now, granted, I know it's fantasy, but it's really funny at the same time. So, I'm pretty active now on my Talk to Me. I'm active on my Night Flirt, and actually after I come back from EXXXOTICA, or maybe today, I don't know, I haven't decided yet. I have a lot of stuff to do, and I've been working like pretty crazy hours at my regular day job, so I really haven't had time to do a lot of my cam stuff. But I am a cammate model, streammate model on a cam site. So if you go to streammatemodels.com/MistressCandy69, you will see my profile, and you will see that I have very good reviews. I do not have any bad reviews from anybody. Why? Because I'm a good performer. People like me. It's mostly I do domination, or I do like jerk off instructions, or come eating instructions, or it's kind of funny. The other day, I met this fella online who was like, oh, I want to see you for a pro dom session, and this is what I want. And I said, yeah, well, what kind of session are you looking for? He tells me that he wants to jerk off on my tits and lick it off. And I said, first of all, let me explain something to you. That is not happening in any of my sessions, number one. I'm not a prostitute, okay? It's number one. Number two, what makes you think I'm going to allow you to ejaculate your pitiful jizz all over my precious body? Seriously. No fucking way. So I simply respond to the fella in his email, and I said, it's nice that you want to delve in some sort of debauchery, but that's not the type of debauchery that I'm into, okay? Being that I'm a dominant, you are not going to be sticking your dick anywhere near any of my body parts unless I tell you it's okay. And quite honestly, Mistress does have a boyfriend. I'm very monogamous with my boyfriend, so he does know that I'm a dominatrix. And what this guy was asking me for a session was really not domination. It was more of like a prostitute session. So I actually emailed this fella and said, look, I think maybe you should find another dom who's better suited for you. I'm not really into guys sticking their dicks near me and jerking off type of thing. That is not domination, and I'm not involving myself in it. End of story. A lot of guys think because Mistress is a dominatrix that she wants to have, sloppy men pouring at her all day long. No, that's not what it is. I like to dominate somebody. Domination is not through jerking off, although it could be, but not really my cup of tea per se. So, if you think you're going to come see me for a pro dom session and I'm going to let you wank your little wanker in front of me, guess again. You might be lucky if you even get to wank it. You may be just basically in submission hold. And hold on, Mistress is trying to put a necklace on here, but I took it off to fix it. Now I can't get it back on. Oh well, I guess I'll have to put it on later. So, but and it's funny, a lot of other mistresses that I talk to, it's kind of interesting because, Mistress Black Velvet and I, Sir Lorenzo, numerous other people that I know in BDSM, we would all have this conversation about the next generation of dominatrix, right? So basically, the next generation is the younger generation of dames who are jerking off men for money, okay? Who are, what else are they doing? They're jerking off men for money. They are doing pro dom sessions and showing like their naked bodies, which, hey, whatever. I mean, whatever works for whatever you're doing. But again, you're coming off as a dominant, and doms do not show nudity like that, okay? Unless you are considered a submissive or a switch, then that's a different story. But to basically proclaim yourself as a dame and strip your clothes off and have sex with your submissive for money on camera, that's not really, I don't know. To me, I'm not into that type of stuff. But to each his own, per se, okay? I just think people should, it kind of gives the wrong impersonation for what a dominatrix is, okay? So I'm old school dame, which basically means that I will dominate you and put you in your fucking place, and you will like it, and you will adhere to whatever I tell you to, right? So that's my style of domination. Now, other people, God, this fucking necklace. I shouldn't have took it off because now I can't get it back on. My sister gave me this really cute little necklace when I was going through some rough shit last year. And it's kind of interesting. I wear it a lot. It's the little diamond heart pendant that I've been wearing the past couple of weeks. And it's really cool because on the bottom of the heart, I just realized that it says, I am enough on it. It's a self-love pendant that my sister gave to me when I was having a very rough time with my ex. And, because also my gold necklaces that I used to wear that were given to me as a gift from my ex, that motherfucker had the balls to ask me for those necklaces back in return so he could give me money to leave his house, okay? Now, what a real fucking scumbag piece of shit would fucking do that. Now, I should have taken those fucking necklaces and sold them myself and would have had more money. But anyway, that's not the moral of the story here. The moral of the story is I have a beautiful necklace that my sister gave me. That my sister and I really didn't have a great relationship until about a couple of years ago. Because, when my father had passed away, I think I had mentioned this on a prior show that we kind of stopped talking for a little while. And then last year, when I was having some rough crap in my life, my sister gave me this necklace, and I didn't realize, like I said, until today, where it says, I am enough on there. I will say this, I am enough for myself, but now I have the luxury of sharing my life with somebody new. Now, my new boyfriend, like I've said in the past shows, is not into BDSM. He's not a submissive, which is good. I kind of decided with this new relationship that I was not going to mix the two of them. I did not want to date another submissive. I did not want to have my new boyfriend become a submissive either, okay? So, in the beginning, my guy and I made a pact that we would not incorporate BDSM into any aspect of our relationship. He loves the fact that I'm a dominatrix. I mean, who wouldn't? He gets to look at me in sexy clothes all the time and tell people I'm all his, which is kind of cool. And likewise, I'm all his also. We have decided that we're exclusive. We're not going to date other people. And like I've told people, and my fans probably don't know this about me, but all of my friends who are in BDSM, whether they were ex-slaves, ex-submissives, friends in the lifestyle, friends that I've been very good friends with for years who I've never dated but they're friends, but just people in the community, they will tell you that Mistress Candy is one of the most straightest, heterosexual, monogamous dominatrixes you'll ever meet in your life. And when I was going over this type of philosophy with my current boyfriend, he was like, really? I said, yeah. So I don't know if he kind of looked it up or maybe asked some of my friends who, actually I think he met one of my friends, and one of my friends told him that he was going to have a lot of fun with me and that I'm very monogamous, which is kind of good. So he already knows that. But yeah, yesterday he got to see me wearing my Slayer dress that I haven't worn in a very long time. That came from Kessa's Creations. I've had that dress for, like almost 9 years. And I haven't worn it in a very long time. And when I was having dinner with my boyfriend yesterday, I decided, well, you know what? I should wear that fucking Slayer dress. I think the last time I wore it was when I went to go see Slayer at Jones Beach, probably 5 years ago. So I haven't worn that dress in 5 years. So that was a pretty awesome thing for me to do. And he thought it was pretty cool because he's never seen a Slayer dress before. And it's pretty neat. Figures Mistress would have something like that. And when I went to my storage unit the other night, I brought home a pair of black biker boots and my black leather jacket, which I'm probably going to wear to Judas Priest on Tuesday. So, Mistress, but I'm going as my vanilla self. I'm not wearing any fetishy clothes to Judas Priest because I want to be able to dance and headbang and not have to worry that my clothes are going to fall off. So, plus, I don't know. I kind of only want to go to specific things as Mistress now because people know who I am. I mean, I was at a show recently for the Prong show, and a couple of people were like, "Oh, that's Mistress without her fetish clothes on." So I guess I kind of look the same for the most part. But yeah, it's gonna be chilly, and me and my boyfriend are gonna go together, and he's shorter than me. I really don't like wearing heels in front of him because I'm much taller than, and so I like to be flat-footed when I'm with him. So plus I want to be comfortable. Like at EXXXOTICA, I'm probably gonna bring, of course I'm gonna be wearing sneakers. And one of the days, I might even wear sneakers or sandals or some other kind of flat or low-heeled shoe. I mean, I've been wearing heels the past couple of weeks to get ready for EXXXOTICA, kind of build up my calf muscles again, because, I'm only allowed limited things at the gym since I only had my spinal fusion surgery about, 6 months now? April, May, June, July, August, September, October. So October 21st, the first day of EXXXOTICA, is 6 months I am post-op surgery from having a spinal fusion done. So, pretty interesting, right? Only 6 months ago. So when I also went to my storage unit, I brought home this fetish fantasy harness that I had bought for myself, actually. It's a sex harness, and I was showing it to my boyfriend yesterday, and he goes, wow. He goes, when can we use this? I said, when my neck is better, because it puts me in a very awkward predicament. It comes with this like cervical pillow thing, like a neck pillow that you put around your neck, and it has these two harness like tether straps off of it, and basically it has like what's the word, like another, like these, I can't explain what they're called. They're like a harness type, like almost like like when you're at a gynecologist and or you're in the stirrups. That's what I was looking for, stirrups. So it has these stirrups that attach from the neck to the legs. So basically your body is like supporting your legs, and right now I can't do that. So especially after having the fusion done, believe me, I'm very sexual active, but I'm kind of limited to what I can and can't do because of the stupid neck. So I show him this thing, and he goes, wow. He goes, this is awesome. I said, yeah, so in April, when I'm a year post-op surgery, I should be able to go back to doing this type of stuff. So we'll have to use it then. So I got like 5 months left to use the harness. But if you're interested in buying one, I think I got this from JT Stockroom, actually, if I can pull it out of the closet. It's I bought it from JT Stockroom. It's called Sport Sheets. It's called the Saffron Thigh Sling. So basically, it's really cool. What it does is you're able to stay on your back and put your legs up over your head or in different positions so you can have sex longer. I should have used this last night because honestly, my legs were killing me last night. Last night, Mistrerss was in a very good predicament last night. I will admit it, I was on my back with my legs open for a long time, and I said to my boyfriend, I said, wait, we got to take a pause. I got to relax my hip. I'm getting like a pull in my groin. So he comes out of there, whatever, and he starts rubbing my hip, and I said, oh God, look at this guy. He's so great. He's so attentive to my needs. So we try a different position for a while. Now, last night was pretty awesome, I have to say. We've been having sex for a while now, but last night was probably one of the best nights, I think, of my life and his life. Now, what I'll say is, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but basically there was whipped cream involvement, okay? So during the week, Mistrerss had said to her boyfriend, have you ever tried to play with whipped cream during sex? And he goes, no. I said, really? He goes, yeah, never. So I said, okay, well, we're going to try some on Saturday. So he was like, interesting. So when he comes over for dinner yesterday, I actually opened the can of, first I went downstairs and got it out of the refrigerator, and then I came back up to the bedroom, right? And I said to him, so look what I got. And he goes, wow, what are we going to do with that? I said, you'll see. So I lay him on the bed first, and I put like 2 big dollops of whipped cream on his nipples, just to start off with. First I put it on his lips, okay? So, of course, imagine me naked, sitting on top of you, like kind of like squatting on top of a naked man, which was my boyfriend. And I kind of like put his hands to the side. So I was like leaning on his hand so he couldn't get his hands up. So basically he was like kind of like my prisoner for a little while. And I put the whipped cream on his lips and I started licking it off. Okay, so, but very like, very sensual, like kind of, like enticement, like almost like foreplay to some degree with the whipped cream. So I do that. He's all sticky on his face. So I take a towel and I wipe his face off. So then I make my way down to his nipples. I put 2 big like dollops of whipped cream on his nipples. And so I, lick that all off. And then I take, you're going to love this one. I take the whipped cream and I drew like an arrow from like his belly button. And then I put a stripe like on his cock, right? So like he was like, what are you going to do with that? And I said, just relax, right? So it was pretty awesome. I've done that a few times in my past, but he hasn't. So to me, it was like fun for him to watch his excitement of having the whipped cream like licked off of his belly button and like down his shaft. And like, of course, I sucked his cock with the whipped cream on. So why wouldn't I, And he thought it was so hot he had to take a video of it. So basically, him and I have a bunch of sex videos, like, here and there. But not, like, sex. Well, we have some, but we keep them private. That's, like, we're not doing anything like that for public view. It's just for him and I, basically. So the fun part about this is we were so sticky after, because then he went down to the bathroom after to, I guess, take a leak. Comes back up, so I'm laying on the bed naked, and I put whipped cream on my lips and on my nipples, and I wanted to see, and he actually, comes over, takes it off my lips, licks it off my nipples, then he takes and did the same thing that I did to him, where he takes the whipped cream and puts it on my belly button. It goes all the way down to my pussy. So he's going to town downstairs on me for a while last night, right? And so it was pretty cool, I have to say. I had an awesome time. So then I said to him, oh God, we're so sticky. So he never showered with a woman before. So last night, let me tell you, last night was awesome. Like, we did whipped cream, we did shower, we even like fucked in the shower too, like a few times. So let me tell you, he was here like pretty much all night, and we were eating food. And then we were having lots of sex. And then we were eating, like, dessert. Like, we had ice cream and then, like, the whipped cream thing. So first he had his ice cream. And then he was like, I want my second dessert. So it was great. So I was or we were each other's second dessert, which was really awesome. So, I don't know. I have to say, I'm very sexually satisfied with this guy. He's awesome. He's great. And I don't have to really, like, tell him anything to do. He just goes and does it. Although, like, when he wants to try something new. So I guess it's safe to say last night I did reverse cowgirl with him. He's never had that done to him before. So we did that, and the whipped cream and the showering and endless amounts of sex all night long. So I have to say, I'm pretty sore. I felt like I rode a horse. I told him that, and he started laughing. And it's great. It's absolutely great. I'm probably in one of the best relationships I've had in a long time. Guy is totally tentative to my needs. He loves everything we do together. We have a lot of interest. He's a metalhead into cars, so am I. I like speed. Although I really can't do, like, motorcycles anymore because of my neck, but it's great he's got cars, so that's even better. I can go, like, racing in a car rather than a motorcycle. And, this, that, and everything else, and I seem to be pretty goddamn happy, I have to say. I mean, he's pretty good to me, and I love it. It's great. And actually, him and I are going to be doing a lot of stuff together. So, but he is not coming to EXXXOTICA with me. He's going to be staying home that weekend. So me and my guy friends and my other friends are going. And me, Chris, Mistrerss Black Velvet, her submissive, Mike and Sherry from ASN are meeting me there. Sir Lorenzo and Casey Carter will be there. Kimmy Kaboom will be there. Evan Stone and Katie Morgan will be there. I think I even have a couple of submissives who live in Jersey that are coming to see me also. And then some of my other friends from Jersey, like I think Veets and his wife, and maybe Steve Zing and his wife will be there too. So it's kind of cool. I have a lot of people coming to meet me this year, so I'm pretty excited about it. And why not? It's going to be a great show. It's one of the largest events dedicated to love and sex and porn. And I think the mantra for this year is, well, it used to be it was about fucking time hashtag, but I think now it's the new normal is what they call the EXXXOTICA for this year is the new normal. So it's kind of neat. And it's going to be one of the biggest events. So please, if you're a lady and you want to go somewhere Friday, it's only like not even an hour. It's probably like an hour from like Nassau County where I live. So it's only going to, if you're close and you want something to do, you want something to do something free, you can go to the EXXXOTICA EXPO on Friday night where they have ladies free on Friday. And you definitely don't want to miss this show. It is absolutely awesome. It is amazing. And it's something you definitely do not want to miss, I have to say. It is, you're going to like love going to this thing if you've never gone to one before. So I highly recommend checking out the EXXXOTICA EXPO. I've been doing them for a number of years, and I absolutely love it. I have to say, it is like great. So I meet a lot of people there. Actually, I think my friend the Mad Harlot is going to be there this year. Miss Penelope Proper, if you've never met her. So she'll be hanging around with me and Lorenzo and Casey and a whole bunch of other people. So it's going to be awesome. And you know what's even better about this EXXXOTICA for me? I do not have a nasty slave in tow. Mistrerss is on her own for this show. And let me tell you, this is going to be great. I am going to be everywhere and anywhere I can possibly be. And I won't have anybody telling me what I can and can't do anymore. So ha ha, dickweed, if you're fucking listening. I do not have anybody anchoring me down any longer. Getting rid of you is the best thing I could have ever have done in my life. Literally. Now, I don't want any sub. I own one submissive or one slave, and that's Paula. I've owned him for the past 15 years on and off. And he's good to me. And you know what? He's a cross-dresser. But he does it because he has to hide his identity. I get it. He's the only cross-dresser I'll play with. Do you know why? Because he's an exhibitionist. He only does it to disguise himself. He's not in to be a sissy or a cross-dresser because he wants that lifestyle. He's more of an exhibitionist, I think, more than anything else. So to me, that's the coolest part about him. He's the only sissy sub or cross-dressing sub that I would even consider playing with. And not even like when I do play with him. He doesn't even want strap-on play or none of that. He just wants to be like beaten. He's a masochist. He likes pain. He's a pain slut. So that works out for me when Mistrerss is in a bad mood and needs to take her aggression out on somebody. So, but lately I haven't been in a bad mood. I've been in a very, very good mood. You know why? Because I finally found somebody who really loves me for who I am, and I don't have to change for this person. So I am my true happy self. Because I found somebody who actually loves me for who I am and doesn't expect me to change for them. So that right there, my friends, is true love at its finest. And I am very happy. I walk around literally like I'm on cloud 9 every day. Or I like just took a big hit of some euphoric drug that just I can't come down. But they say love really makes people feel like that. And you know what's interesting? One of my friends had said, oh, maybe you're infatuated. I said, no, this is different. I said, this is not infatuation. You know, my boyfriend and I expressed to each other in the beginning that one of the things that we really have is attraction. We're both highly attracted to each other. What I look for in a guy is respectfulness. How they treat you. How they treat their mother is how they're going to treat you. So this guy has the most utmost respect for his mother. And I have to say, he treats me the same way, actually. He's very respectful. No, it's not infatuation. I'll tell you how I know. When you're in love with somebody, right? You spend, like, for instance, yesterday, I spent all day with my boyfriend. And when he left, I wanted him to come back. Because I already missed him, like, as soon as he walked out the door. And every time I see him, it's the same thing. I am never sick of him. He is, oh my God, like, I have to say, I have searched high and low my whole life for a normal, perfect guy. As we all know, nobody is perfect, but you can come damn close to it, right? So, believe me, I have flaws. I do XYZ. But this guy truly loves me for who I am. From the beginning, I told him everything about myself. So there's no surprises, no lies from no nothing. Completely open and honest with this fella. He tells me his things too, right? We come to this agreement that we are both highly attracted to each other. We are extremely highly compatible. And I mean this to the fullest. I have never in my life been, including my ex-husband, we were compatible, but not like this. Even my ex, who the old sub that I was with, he and I were never compatible like this. This new guy and I are completely compatible. From music down to every fucking thing. Movies, everything. And it's amazing. I'm 20 years older than him. But yet he is so compatible to me. And you know what's even cooler? I'm a Leo and he's a Sagittarius. They say that's a really highly compatible love couple. So I think I actually may have found my soulmate, believe it or not. I used to think other people, no. This is totally different. My new guy is my twin flame. He is I believe, and we talk about this quite a bit, even though we've been, I've known him for little over 2 months now. That's all I'm going to say. But I can tell right away that he was the one. I don't know how I knew it, but every person I tell this story to, and I told my other friend who's a Leo also, who's married to a Sagittarius, and she told me, she goes, listen, I know exactly how you feel. She goes, because that happened to me also. And she goes, and look, I've been married to him for 20 years. So people that you think from your past, who you thought were your everything and your one and all, it's not. There's somebody better out there for you. And believe me, I'm experiencing this now as I'm telling you this story. This new guy is by far the best fucking guy I have ever been with my entire life. I'm not even kidding. He has everything I've ever wanted in a man and more, okay? So I have to say, Mistrerss is pretty fucking goddamn happy, I have to say. And it's funny whenever I talk to Sir Lorenzo or Mistress Black Velvet or Rita, they all say to me, oh, Mistress, you're much happier with your new beau. You look and feel and seem so much more happy and more fantastic because you're better. You're a better person now. So thank you to my new guy. I think he kind of listens to the show. He said he was going to listen to it. If he listens to it, the last past few shows have been about him. Now, I didn't say everything that we do, but I kind of give the gist of how I can actually bring joy to one's life. And it's funny, when I was with my friend Chris, which he's been on the show a few times in the past, he actually had said to me the other night, he goes, wow, Mistress, he goes, this guy that you're with, he goes, holy shit. He goes, he's going to be talking about you for years and years and years to come because you're the one that's bringing him into this good sexual realm because your chemistry with him is awesome. But now you're bringing new things into your relationship with him, which is great. I said, yeah, but they're not BDSM things. They're just, I'm exposing him to cool sexual things that him and I can do together because, I'm a little bit more experienced than he is. I mean, I'm older than him, obviously. So, whatever I can do to make things more fun, I'm going to. And I say that with a sadistic yet loving grin on my face. Oh, but, look, I don't know. I guess to some degree I like to talk about, the cougarism in BDSM because, I could be a cougar dom. I have in the past have had younger submissives than me. Would I look for a new one now? No, I'm kind of happy with the old fella that I have still for the past 15 years. I think he's going to be it as far as slaves go. I mean, look, if somebody else wants to play with me for a BDSM session, you want to pay me, I'm all for it. Don't know if I really want to own another slave right now, honestly. I'm just kind of focusing more on my vanilla life with my new boyfriend, who is awesome, who I fell in love with, and I'm going to be with him a long time. I can sense it already. My spidey senses are tingling. So anyway, I hope to meet everybody at EXXXOTICA this coming weekend. Next Friday, October 21st to the 23rd at 96 Sunfield Avenue at the Raritan Convention Center is EXXXOTICA EXPO. Please go to www.EXXXOTICA and please get your tickets because the event is going to be sold out pretty soon. I think they said it was going to be, Edison is going to be the larger than last year, and last year was pretty fucking packed. So Saturday night there last year, there was like no room to walk around. That's how packed this convention center was. So get your tickets now. You can come meet me, Mistress Candy 69, Mistress Black Velvet from the BDSM Alive Radio Network. You can hang out with myself and Casey Carter and Sir Lorenzo and Mike and Sherry from ASN. And there's going to be tons and tons of things to do there. So we're going to have fun. See you all on the convention floor. Spanks and kisses, and follow me on my social media. On Facebook, you got facebook.com/Mistress Candy 69. You got twitter.com @MistressC69. You could also follow the Whip Appeal at Whip Appeal Show on Twitter and the Whip Appeal Show on Facebook. I have a few pages. BDSM Alive Radio Network on Facebook, as well as our website, bdsmaliveradio.com. And you can follow Mistress on TikTok now. I'm on tiktok.com/Mistress Candy 69. Instagram at The Real Mistress C 69, at The Real Mistress Candy 69, and at BDSM Alive Radio Network. Please follow me, stay up to date with me. Visit my OnlyFans page, onlyfans.com/Mistress Candy 69. I have a YouTube channel. I have a lot of things happening. Mistress is a busy gal. So make sure if you want to stay up to date with me, you can email me on any of my sites. I take emails, text messages, whatever, even on the radio show number. People have been texting, so thank you very much. And stay kinky, my friends, and see you all this Friday at the EXXXOTICA Expo in New Jersey. You don't know what kind of outfit Mistress is going to be wearing and what kind of implement I'm going to be having in my hands. And let's see who's courageous enough to actually bend over and take a spanking with my oak paddle this year. And I want to thank Blitzkid for allowing me to use their song She Dominates for my show. And I want to thank Spunk Lube for being a continued sponsor of our show. Check them out. They're on spunklube.com. They're the best lubricant you can buy on the market. They come in 5 different types: hybrid, silicone, natural, and I think there's a colored, 2 colored ones, green and pink. And check them out. They are amazing. I only use their lube because they're awesome. Thank you and have a great weekend, and see you all live next week from the EXXXOTICA Expo. Thanks for listening, everybody. Have a great week.
Take control of this begun. You rule the storm and what may come. I like this thing I am whenever you are near. There is no resistance here. She dominates. I need some pleasure with my pain. She dominates. Abuse me with leather whips and chains. She dominates. Makes me do a bleeding cry.
You're listening to the Whip Appeal Show, hosted by Mistress Candy 69 from the BDSM Alive Radio Network.